The best luxury large SUVs are amongst the best family cars, as they're usually spacious, often have the option of 7 seats, and are equally usually refined, comfortable, and luxurious. Here are the best luxury large SUVs, and which one is the best buy. So before we get started, make sure to hit that like button. Subscribe to our YouTube channel for our future updates. Number 8. Range Rover. If you're talking about the best luxury SUVs, there's no better place to start than with the Range Rover, the car that arguably started the idea of 4x4 being more than just utilitarian off-road machines. The current model may be a few years old now, but it still rules the roost when it comes to combining unparalleled comfort with genuine off-road capability. This is a car that's as happy on the school run as it is tackling sand dunes and rock-strewn riverbeds, something which we've experienced firsthand. Make no mistake, the Range Rover has lost none of its off-road capability. It remains incredibly refined, effortlessly wafting along at speed like a limousine with a wonderfully cost-saving ride and barely any outside noise thanks to an acoustically laminated windscreen and windows. At this budget, you can get a 1-year-old Range Rover with low miles and high-spec autobiography trim. This is the ultimate 4-wheel drive vehicle and feels worth every penny. Number 7. BMW X7. BMW isn't short of SUVs in its lineup, but the X7 dwarfs them all. This is a huge 7-seater that rivals the Range Rover, and at 5 meters long it's big inside and out. You won't be squeezing this into any small parking spots. Fortunately, BMW is on hand to help, and the X7 comes with BMW's Parking Assistant Plus as standard. This has 360-degree cameras and a reversing assistant, able to reverse the car for up to 50 meters by following the same route it took going forward. Great for reversing out of a parking bay, for example. When behind the wheel, you might expect to be intimidated by the size of the X7 in the first instance, but it's not as difficult to drive as its huge dimensions suggest. True, it's not exactly a looker, but there's acres of space inside, and it's wonderfully comfortable on long-distance drives. Number 6. Porsche Cayenne. There was much eyebrow-raising when Porsche launched the original Cayenne in 2002, but along with the smaller Macan, it's now Porsche's best-selling model by a considerable margin. No surprise that other performance brands like Maserati and Lamborghini have followed suit. The latest Cayenne sees Porsche refine the performance SUV formula, making this by far the best-handling SUV around, despite the competition. The interior has improved from the previous model with fewer buttons and a much more slick design. It even has things like Apple CarPlay and Android Auto now. Models range from the sensible plug-in hybrid Cayenne e-Hybrid up to the thunderous Turbo. There's even a Turbo SE Hybrid, which combines both to provide no less than 680 pounds and a 0-62 miles per hour time of just 3.8 seconds. At this budget, you can get a year-old Cayenne S with very low miles. If you want something a little more sleek, look for the Cayenne Coupe. Number 5. Maserati Levant. The Maserati name may traditionally be associated with exotic sports cars, but like many manufacturers, it has gone down the SUV route. The Levant is one of the best handling SUVs around, giving even the Porsche Cayenne a good run for its money. Yes, this may be an SUV, but it's still a Maserati. All Levantes come with adjustable air suspension, all-wheel drive. They do work off-road, we're assured. Torque vectoring, ride height adjustment, and a proper mechanical rear limited-slip differential. There's huge amounts of grip, and while it may not be as enjoyable to drive as a Cayenne, there's no denying how rapidly you can hustle the Levant through a series of corners. At this budget, you can get a nearly new Levant 3.0 V6S with just a handful of miles on the clock. It features a 350 pounds Ferrari-built engine, while Grand Sport is the top trim to seek out. Number 4. Tesla Model X. A car that needs little introduction, the Tesla Model X is the car that has spearheaded EVs in the SUV market. With its gull-wing rear doors, we won't judge you for pretending to be in Back to the Future, and stunning performance. The Model X has shown that the switch to an electric SUV needn't mean having to comprise. Crucially, it also beat other manufacturers such as Jaguar and Mercedes to the punch. Tesla claims the latest Model X will now cover 300 miles on a charge and owners get free access to Tesla's charging network, although it's a bit mean that used buyers have to pay for it. Still, most buyers will be charging at home or work, which minimizes that problem. The Model X holds its value well, such as demand, and at this money you're looking at a 2- or 3-year-old model. The 75D is the entry-level model. Number 3. Audi Q8. The Audi Q7 may be the obvious choice here, but for something with a little more style, the Q8 floats our boat. Designed to rival the BMW X6 and the lesser-spotted Mercedes GLE coupe, the Q8 sacrifices outright practicality for style and handling. Despite having less room inside, the Q8 is actually more expensive than its Q7 sibling. But then it does feel that bit more special, and will certainly get more attention. Compared to the bloated X6, the Q8 is a handsome design. The Q8 manages to nail that balance of offering dynamic handling while being a proper comfy SUV. The ride is slightly more fidgety than in, say, a Range Rover Sport, but overall this feels like your archetypal big, refined luxury 4x4. With a budget of £70,000, you can get a pretty much brand new, well pre-registered Edition 150 TDI model, which comes with a huge standard specification. Number 2. Mercedes-Benz GLE. The latest Mercedes GLE is a vast improvement on its dated predecessor in every area, most notably the interior, which now finally has the feel of a luxury SUV, crucial when it rivals the excellent BMW X5 and Audi Q7. It's also bigger than before, which means better cabin space and a bigger boot. Built in the US, the GLE can't match the BMW in the handling stakes though, but is at least comfortable thanks to Mercedes S-Class inspired air suspension, which scans the road ahead and adjusts to mitigate the impact of potholes and the like. The 404 Matic is the model to go for thanks to its big 3.0-liter diesel engine. The 300 uses a smaller 2.0-liter diesel, which, although more economical, doesn't have the refinement you'd expect in a premium SUV. Number 1. Jaguar I-Pace. With more and more drivers switching to EVs, Jaguar's decision to launch the I-Pace makes perfect sense. Global sales of EVs continue to rocket, and as the Tesla Model X's prove, people are clearly ready to switch to electric power in their SUVs. The Jaguar I-Pace boasts some impressive stats, as well as being more practical than most electric cars on the market. 2 electric motors produce 400 pounds and take it to 62 miles per hour in 4.8 seconds. The range is quoted at a Tesla Model X rivaling 298 miles, which is enough for most journeys and almost far enough to rival petrols and diesels. It means there's very little compromise to make, and you'll rarely have range anxiety, unless you plan on huge trips. That brings us to the end of this video. If you love similar content like this, take a look at my other videos. And if you like it, please smash the like button and make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. See you in the next video.